1995 was when we first got a family computer.
We've gotten our first home computer.
It was a Packard Bell Legend, and it ran Windows 3.11.
I had the state-of-the-art 2 telephone lines.
At one point, we had over 2,000 dial-up lines.
Our phone cables looked like this.
I'm sure some of you remember that.
Actually being able to log on to the National Weather Service site, it took about 4 or 5 minutes for it to load.
Modems.
I would dial into Prodigy.
I grew up in the middle of the woods where it took about half an hour to get to any form of entertainment.
Oregon Trail 2 came out.
Ski Free. I would play that all the time.
Every time the buffalo stampeded, the computers froze.
But eventually I finally got my own personal computer.
So we'd go and we'd hang out at like Lindley Hall or the student building and log into the computers. Maybe we didn't log in. I don't know how we got into the computers.
I got an email from my very first client that said, "Help, I can't send emails."
I kind of owe my marriage and my children to email at IU.
AOL Instant Messenger.
That was the thing, and we felt like so special in like middle school when we were like, yeah, we're gonna instant message each other all through the night.
And it was way less scary than calling someone.
As far as I can tell, everything I've ever done in computers has been, quote, going away.
I used to have a really fat Filofax that I would carry around.
Zip disks.
So, and then we have mini digital videotapes.
LCD transparent panel with an overhead projector.
This was fantastic.
We found an AC power inverter that we could plug into the car.
And some of my dearest colleagues in the faculty room cautioned me that, computers were like the overhead projector. They're really just a fad. They're going to go away.
And on the news, they were talking about these 2 websites that I went to check out. One was drugstore.com and the other one was eBay.
The little clippy guy.
So I found a cell phone that I wanted to sell, and my eBay addiction was born.
It was the whole Y2K effort.
I used to work at a .com during Y2K.
It took a lot of work to ready their information systems and correct the errors that would have been there.
And a bunch of people had to spend New Year's Eve at work.
So we had high-speed internet for the first time, and we had Napster. What a great time to be a college freshman.
When I got my first 27-inch monitor, it was so big.
In the early days when Michael McRobbie came, this was a meeting held in Indianapolis, and maybe 30, 40 people came.
Some of you may recall the conference from 2006 for User Delight. The next year in 2007 with the Transformers theme.
I flew both over the North Pole and Antarctica in the same year, and working in tech has certainly has allowed me to go to some weird and wild places.
My boss is real tough, ain't gonna settle for less. I told him not to worry, gonna use WordPress.
Wow.
Tiny SD cards.
Box rollout when we thought to ourselves, hey, we can get rid of file storage. But that didn't happen yet.
Craig Stewart and I were on separate planes editing a box document.
How our organization has evolved in a discipline and professionalism.
Last year we worked with a company to make a casing for a camera that is served for the TSAs at the airport.
When I was a student, when the faculty wanted to make a real impact in student learning, she brought color chalks to the classroom.
I've been in IT since Windows 3.11, now we're at Windows 10. I feel lost.
Oregon Trail 2, now I can play it on my cell phone, and the buffaloes don't freeze my phone anymore.
And my favorite game is still Ski Free.
We can 3D print that golf cart, right?
Yeah! And the other innovation that really comes to my mind was turning Statewide IT into a user conference. And I think that's what really drove our numbers to the 900 plus that we see attending today, making it a great conference for all of Indiana University.